I'll be right with you guys. Hey, everybody. Everything. 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 Yes, sir. Holy. Everything. 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 You're my music. You're my sorrow. You're my hope for tomorrow. Yes, Lord. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. Yes, sir. I've been playing that song, guys, for a couple weeks, and I decided to put it on, upload it to YouTube with my brother's permission. I come from a singing family, and the music is in me. I tell people, I had surgery on my vocal cords, my esophagus, thyroid, and parathyroid, and I can't sing like I used to, but I still will praise the Lord's name. I know some of you all didn't come here for this today, but I just can't help it. I just can't help it. I gotta praise his holy name. Okay, let's see who's in the house. And that's his sermon from Sunday. I watch him on Facebook every Sunday. And you guys know we were snowed in. Schools were closed Thursday and Friday. And yeah, people just went back to work basically today, unless they were essential workers. So let's see who we got in the house this evening. We got G Mama Groves. Thank you for being here. Look like somebody is speaking to Debbie Epps, but I don't see her. I probably waited too long. So I'm going to say hello, Debbie Epps. And Cotham Creations, Creative Girl Homestead, Antia's Backyard Garden. That reminds me, I got something from her today. Bobby Wilson, thank you for being here. Backyard Farming with Ashley. We thank you so much for being in the house. I see my moderators are speaking to people. All's Nat Homesteader, thank you for being here. Tia Drumgold, thank you. When I blow a kiss, I'm blowing them to everybody. Barb Brownlee, thank you for being in the house. Brenda Allen is in the house. Angela's Busy Bee Garden and Homestead, speaking to everybody. Growing Progress, Creative Girl Homestead, Lion Crest Outdoors. I got to hear a little bit of your being on the Woo Woo show with Beshet Gardening, but I had to do hair today because, like I said, we had that ice storm. It was more ice than snow, and I couldn't do hair on Saturday, so my divas had to get in and get beautified. So I had to work today. My Renaissance grandma is here. And let's see. Happy Farm Lady is in the house. Lorraine T. I think everybody's speaking to everybody. Regina Tyson is here. Novella is in the house. Miss Kia Parks is in the house. That's my daughter, y'all. That's my internet daughter, Miss Kia Parks. She called me her auntie. I'm calling her my daughter. I see Debbie Epps throwing up hands. Thank you, Jesus. Growing with Hudson is in the house. Sifting some soil. Yankee Sister. Suzanne Muse. Thank you for being here. Broke Farmer. Thank you for being here. Creative Girl Homestead is in the house. These kisses go to everybody. Maria Graham. I think I said Lorraine T. I'm not sure. If I didn't, I'm speaking to you too, sweetie. And I think that's it. Okay, now. Y'all not going to believe this with my crazy self. When I started the live, I was looking for my tea. And I forgot I put the tea right here. So when you become, this year I'll be 68. When you get my age, you will understand. Sometimes it just happens. You think you did it and you didn't. And then you think you didn't and you did. So I'm drinking my blood sugar tea. And this is the one that I really made for myself, and people started asking me for it, and I just want to share this with you. I was referred to I think it's right, endocrinologist. Is that the one, the doctor that they send you to specialists when they think you're going to eventually get diabetes because of your blood sugar levels? All you people with a medical background, or if you know, let me know if I'm saying that right. Endocrinologist. When I say words that I don't use often, I get them mixed up. So yeah. Let me get back to the chat. I'm going to tell you this story about her. Yes, Karen Witherspoon said, yes, that's right. So this endocrinologist, you have to go in with all the medication that you take for all the other stuff. And I told y'all all, unless you're new to my channel, y'all know about my medical history with kidney failure and cancer and all this stuff. Well, this was before I retired. And I was forced into retirement because I had to have some major surgeries at 60. Turned 60 July 4th, and then that August I had to retire and have surgery. Well, when I first went to see this endocrinologist, she told me, you'll be taking medication in a few years for diabetes. Jesus is everything, because I made a liar out of that lady. I'm still not at the level where I need to take medication. So sometimes they want you to get on medication because they get a kickback, people. They get a kickback from the drug companies when they get us addicted to these medicines and make us think that we can't help ourselves. But I'm telling you, and I'm learning so much in my Master Herbalist class, and I haven't been as active on the internet as I have been, and I'm not apologizing for that. I'm just stating facts. I told you all what was happening in my life. And I'm going to do some my healing and trust in God that He's found favor in me to be able to comprehend knowledge. Because everything that we need to heal ourselves is out there in the garden. I can't help it, guys, if I'm kind of coming across too preachy. I'm just going to be me. And you're not going to hook me onto a lot of medicine. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to get off of my high blood pressure pills. You understand what I'm saying? You understand where I'm going with this? I'm not telling none of you all get off your high blood pressure pills and drink my tea. I tell you to take it in addition to whatever is ailing you, whatever prescription the doctors that have you on. Check with your doctor first. So what I'm doing to help myself is I'm drinking my blood sugar tea before they try to put me on medication. And the key word was try. Okay, so let me share with you what's in my blood sugar tea. Every now and then, my children, my adult brainiac children tell me that I watch your lives, but you should talk about your products. You don't never hardly say nothing about your products. So I'm going to start off every week with just a little bit about my products. And today I'm going to talk about the tea. And I'm only going to talk about one tea. And it is the blood sugar tea. And this is the one that I said that I'm drinking right now, and you don't have to add anything in it to make it flavorful or to make it taste sweet because it has stevia in it. And that's why I threw out that challenge, and I sent out seeds, and I gave people money through the Cash App to buy some seeds, and a lot of people sent me videotape and pictures to my email address to show me that they did indeed buy the seeds, because we're going to go with this natural sweetener. And I've got videos on how I grew it, how I extracted the sweetness from the sweetie leaf, some people call it that plant, without an aftertaste, because I use vegetable glycerin and not a chemical alcohol. But anyway, this tea is mellow. You can drink it hot or cold. You can take that pouch that it comes in, and you can make 32 ounces and put it in the refrigerator after you let it steep for 10 minutes and strain it. And then you can just sip on it all day long. Now, I didn't say go and eat 3 Milky Way candy bars. That's what I used to like, because I don't like nuts and things like that in my candy. I'm not saying go eat 3 Milky Ways and then take 3 cups of tea. Don't do that. Just do everything in moderation. But the ginger, the cinnamon, the lavender, the dandelion, the chicory, which is just Italian dandelion, and the bitter melon and phenolroot, all of these 9 ingredients are known to lower your blood sugar naturally. And it has a nice mellow taste. You can taste the cinnamon and the ginger, but it's not overpowering. It's just nice and mellow. It's not unpleasant. But I don't eat a lot of sweets, so if, after you try it, if you're pre-diabetic or diabetic, or somebody in your family, if you like it just a little bit sweet, add a little stevia, or a little swerve, or a little monk fruit. These are all plant-based natural sweeteners that won't elevate your glycerin, or not glycerin, your glycemic index. Okay? Especially if they are extracted with vegetable glycerin. So if you're interested, check out my website, and it's on there. But it really does help. But I was starting a couple minutes late because I was looking for my teapot. I remember filling it up, but I couldn't find it. And it was right over here all the time. The next thing I'm going to talk about is my weekly special. And the reason why I'm a little distracted is because I'm publishing it. Because I have people who will go on right before the live, and they'll order whatever it is at a different spot, and they pay a little bit more for it. So you have to go on the page that says specials and gift sets. And on that page, every week, I have a special. And today, it is going to be, or it is, my creamy body butter. And it's right here. Now, I'm going to use some. But please know that when you get yours, I have made it with a hairnet on, a lab jacket, gloves, no makeup. I mean, you're not going to get particles of dead skin cells, but this is what it looks like. This is my personal jar, and it's real creamy. It is not whipped shea butter, and I'm not saying anything is wrong with whipped shea butter, but whipped shea butter has a lot of air in it to make it light and fluffy, but you don't get that much. You really would whip 2 ounces to make it 4 ounces. But this shea butter is creamy, but not whipped. And the number one ingredient, and I said shea butter, but it's called body butter. The number one ingredient is shea butter, avocado butter, which is the hardest of all butters, mango butter infused with shea butter oil, grapeseed oil, and jojoba. And jojoba and grapeseed, and really jojoba is 1 and grapeseed is the number 2 oil that is the most similar to your natural oil, the sebum, sebum in your body. And what is so nice about this, if you look on the website, it'll tell you a little goes a long way. You want to warm it up in your hands, and it will liquefy, and then you massage it into your skin, especially your dry spots like your elbows, your knees, your ankles. And it's not greasy, okay? It does not have mineral oil in it. It does not have cheap Vaseline, petroleum jelly. These are all butters that are all natural. And even after you wash your hands, because when I was working, I noticed this. Being a cosmetology educator, my hands was always in the water demonstrating and showing the students something. I didn't have to apply it that often because it penetrates. It's not like Vaseline or paraffin oil that I heated up my greenhouse with a baby oil scent in it. It doesn't lay up on the skin surface. It actually penetrates the first layers of your skin, which are the epidermis. So this normally sells for $18, and that includes shipping and handling. You know, when the post office went up to make it easier, I just put the shipping and handling in every price. And if you go to the special and gift set page, like I'm doing right now, you will see that I published the special. And tonight until midnight, it's only $15.99. So I can drop these in the mail tomorrow morning, no later than Wednesday. And yeah, you order as many as you like. I made a whole 5-gallon bucket of shea butter today. So that's what the special is, $15.99. You must order by midnight tonight. Now, let me see what people are saying. People still speaking to everybody. I appreciate my moderators. Aunt Tia's Backyard Garden has put the special up. Thank you, Aunt Tia. And so the next thing I'm going to do is put up my Cash App in case somebody wants to donate to this channel to help with my expenses for sending people stuff. You're free to donate. I prefer a Cash App. And also, I'm going to give you my email address because the next thing I'm going to talk about is the heirloom seeds that I collected before the ice storm. Actually, it was about a week before then because I sent some of these seeds out, and I'll tell you what it is. Let me see that I get my email address. Yes, because anybody that is in my Perks Club, and I check, make sure that you're in one of my groups, the Grow Your Own or You Eat Your Own or your make your own product group. The seed for the month of February will be bush type moonflowers. And here they are. I already got them bagged up. All you have to do is send me an email and just say, I want moonflowers. And I don't care how many times you sent me your address. I'm an old lady running a business by myself, so I need to copy and paste from your email and put you on the list. And seeds go out every Wednesday. So I have them already made out during the ice storm. Bush Moonflowers 2021. And I'm going to probably do a little video on how you sow these seeds. I want to share with you with my brother, the one that was singing the song, Pastor Talley, came for a funeral. One of his deacons died, and he was very faithful, and he was Dr. Johnson, I believe. And he moved to Texas, Cedar Hill to be exact, to him and his wife so his daughter can take care of them in their old age. And he passed away. And so the wife was too feeble to come to Indiana for the funeral. So my brother flew here and did the funeral. Now, you know, he had to think a lot of them to do that. And they think a lot of him. And so while he was here, we got a chance to meet out in a restaurant, because I don't let a lot of people come in my house, not even my brother. I wasn't going to have a big gathering, so we all met out in a restaurant, and here is my to-go box, and I just want you to know that I have a little piece of paper taped up here, and it says Bush Moonflowers 2622. That was yesterday, and I planted them in potting mix. And the reason why I decided to put them in potting mix, and it has ventilation here, and I'll put it on a heating pad later, but and so that's what you're going to do. And the reason why I decided to use potting mix is because they always come up every year in my garden bed that I have them in my front yard. So I didn't want to put them in seed starting mix. I gave them a medium that they're accustomed to growing in, and that's what I did. And tomorrow I'm going to be starting the chamomile, German chamomile seeds that Miss Kia sent me. Going into phase 2 of my seed starting mix. And you all can probably saw that I dropped a video today to show you some of the seeds that I'm doing. And that's about half of what's actually going to be in my garden, because in March, I'm going to direct sow a lot of seeds. More spinach, beans, flowers, that type of thing. And then I got some baked, I think it's called baked alpha cucumber. I saw a video for Aunt Tia's backyard, and she was talking about, somebody gave her some cucumber seeds that didn't have to be cross-pollinated with the flowers of a male flower with a female flower. And, you know, the bees and other pollinators do that, or you can self-pollinate. But this particular cucumber is supposed to be self-pollinating. And I said, oh, that's interesting. I've never heard of that. You know, I've been gardening a long time. I say it a lot. 30 years in this backyard, 40 or more years. But I don't know everything. And I'm learning a whole lot. So she sent me a few seeds, and I'm going to be planting these, starting these as well tomorrow. So thank you, Auntie's Backyard Garden. And then I got a, for the first time ever, I got an envelope back with an undeliverable address. So if any of you are looking for some hibiscus seeds, there, and it's a post office box, you know who you are. Right after this live is over, I will contact you. I didn't get a chance to do it before I came on for another address, because I lost $4.50 sending you some seeds. So I think I'm just going to make a rule. I'm not going to ever send anything else to a post office box. If you don't have a work address, if you know, I'm not going to send them to a post office box. I'm not going to get into all of that. because the only time I usually have a problem with seeds or people saying they didn't get their seeds is when they go to a post office box. And especially with live plants, especially with the comfrey plants and the saplings, the elderberry and the fig tree saplings I sent. I really don't like to send those to post offices boxes, but yeah, I just got to take a stand. I'm not going to do it anymore. Because if you don't trust me with your address, I don't know what you think I'm going to do, fly across the country, 68-year-old lady, and rob you in the middle of the night. And I told you I'm semi-paranoid, so I don't hang around people. So I don't know anybody I can give your address to and let them rob you, but that's neither here or there. I'm only going to send them to a physical address. So you can send them to a relative or something like that. Hey, AJ's Greens Garden. Hello, Aunt Ellen. Thank you so much for being here. Yankee sister, if I haven't talked to you already. Okay, and now, while I'm taking care of business, let me just say this. Moderators, you all know that I put settings on my live videos now so you don't have to stand guard and wait for trolls because they don't hardly come in. I haven't had one, in a while. And they would have to be subscribed in order to do that. But if anybody comes in the chat and asks a question concerning another YouTuber that is not in this chat, or I didn't bring them up, retract them immediately. I consulted the help channel for content creators on YouTube to make sure that I just wasn't being old-fashioned or I didn't know proper etiquette, and they all agree with me that it's wrong. So sometimes you have YouTube content creators with different names, and they will subscribe to your channel, and they'll recommend somebody when they're actually recommending themselves. And I've been on YouTube since 2015. I think I deleted most of the videos because I had surgery and my voice was real bad. I think I deleted most of the videos from 2015. Might be a couple of them on there. But I worked hard to build up my subscribers. I don't have a lot of subscribers that are content creators. And I think that is because I am an educator and I instruct. So the type of people that are attracted to me are new gardeners. So I'm not going to allow content creators or friends of content creators, you know what I mean when I say friend, to come in here and try to boost somebody else's channel. It's just not right. I'm old-fashioned and I'm going to stay old-fashioned. Okay. So Brenda Allen is speaking to At Home with Cherie. Excuse me. Lavender Lady is in the house. And Best Yet is telling her mods to do the same thing. That's right. We got to get on one accord. So don't let nothing pass you by, moderators. And so if they come in here and they try that, go ahead. And some people may not know, but some people do know. So retract their statement, and I can always go back at the end of the live or when I'm catching up on something and address it. Suzette Muke said, no, Auntia, they grow wonderful and no need for a pollinator. Thank you, Suzette Mukes. And Myrma Vega, thank you for being here. And Janet Chisholm Richards, thank you for being here. And, okay, so we did a special. We got the email address. If you want seeds, if you're in any of the clubs, the perk clubs, $2.99 a month. You get a shout out every week. And you get seeds every month if you want them. And I don't just send them out to everybody. I'll let you request them and I send them. $4.99 a month, you attend a preservation class, one free a month, and make your own one free class a month, and all the other perks of the other classes. The schedule, I didn't put it up because it was snow and ice, and I was worried about, not worried, but checking on other things, my greenhouse, and checking on my senior citizen friends and that type of thing, and I didn't do the schedule. But I'm all caught up with my work, and I will do it tonight, and I will put it on your on the community post. You'll see it tomorrow. Okay. At this time, I'm going to let all of my people that are in the Perks Clubs, and I see that, thank you, Growing Hudson, put it up. If you want to join tonight, but I want everybody that's in a group, now is your time to make your weekly statement. And best yet is asking everybody to please hit that like button. I'm seeing I've got 30 more people watching than I have likes. So it would help me because it generates movement in the algorithms and help me get this video out to more people. So while you all are doing that, putting your URL for your YouTube channels, or just putting your zone, repping your zone in the right now because you don't have a channel. Hey, Miss Irene, it's so good to see you. You're welcome to do that right now. You're welcome to do that right now. And then I'm going to talk about my 2 topics of the day. One is blessings from the garden. I'm going to tell you what kind of garden I'm having. A gardener I'm going to ask you all to go and support. And then I have another topic that I want to talk about. So Lavender Luck is speaking to everybody. Best yet put her YouTube channel up. Miss Andale did the same. Tia's Backyard Garden. I love it. I love it. I love it. We have a lot of more people in the house. Okay. Chris White. You are not a member of one of my groups. Oh, you just letting everybody know you on the road. Keep your eyes on the road, Chris. Thank you. And I see somebody speaking to the bull. He's in the house, Bull's Garden. I'm going to be making a video planting those strawberries that he sent to me. I talked to you about the Bull's Garden last week. I don't know if he knows, but I told you all to go over there and check him out and tell him that I sent you over there last week. Okay, who is all above Eunice Smith? Okay, she's saying she have a YouTube channel, but she's not in the Perks Club. This right here, this designated area is for people that are in the Perks Club or moderators. If I said something that was confusing, I'm sorry. Just the people who have a emoji by their name or a wrench by their name, and some people have both. And of course, we have 4 honorary members: Miss Ellen Pankey, Viola Graham, Jean Dudley, and Joyce Moore. They are included. They are our honorary senior citizen members that don't have to pay a fee, and we want to make sure that we acknowledge them every week. See, now you see Regina Tyson is in one of the groups, and she's putting that logo up, and she's letting everybody know she's in 6B. That's how it's supposed to go. No problem, Eunice Smith. No problem at all. You do not owe us an apology. We thank you for being here, and you'll get the hang of how we do it. I come in, I take care of business, I announce specials, I do announcements, then I talk about the perks, what's going on with me. Then I have a topic or 2 or a shout out or two, and then I take all your questions. And I try to get all of that done before about 7:45. And then we play some games, and I either give some plants away, seeds away, money, whatever. Tonight, the Betterson family says she got to run. She'll watch the rest later. We thank you for being here, and we understand. But I'm going to give some money today away for Cash App for people who are... Carrie Witherspoon is in South Carolina. No problem. Get some $5 cash apps away so people can buy seeds for their gratitude garden. Okay, so I think we got everybody in here. Love Grown Garden say you are very professional. I believe I will learn from you how to become and start a YouTube channel. I am 2-year-old gardener. I signed up for your club, but I'm inexperienced. Thank you. Loving Green Garden. When did you sign up? Did you sign up tonight? Because you should have an emoji. You should have an emoji by your name. We'll check on it. Okay, now, if you're new to my channel and you're watching this live and you can't comment, you must be a subscriber. And we do that to keep negative energy out of here. Okay? So if you're watching the replay, you can always leave a comment, regardless if you're a subscriber or not, at the end of the video or anytime during the video when you're watching the replay. So I'm getting back to what I was saying. If you're new here, I want you to know that every year I have a theme. And I try to mention it every week. It's so important to me. And I'll just go back 3 years. The first year of the pandemic, I named my garden Emergency Garden. That's when all the price gouging was going on and all the fear was being stoked. So I grew a lot of vegetables and fruit and I gave it away. Okay, somebody's saying something. Miss Irene said, I can't believe you and I are the same age. You look much younger. Okay, well, Miss Irene, I want you to get my anti-aging serum with a lot of vitamin C in it. It really, really helps. Thank you for the compliment, too. Thank you very much. So, yeah, that was my emergency garden. And I was showing people how to take concrete containers, oil pan containers, things that you can get at the dollar store and grow some food and grow it fast. Put a table out at the front and we gave food away and blah, blah, blah. Had a good time. Last year, because February 3rd, we had the polar freeze, and the first time in decades, we got a temperature 3 degrees. And you guys know that the storm hit us again on the same day this year, but it wasn't that bad. The lowest they got in my area was 19 degrees. So anyway, I lost a whole lot in the greenhouse. I'm not going to elaborate, I promise. But a lot of stuff died that I thought was dead, but the roots were alive, meaning my banana plants, and they came back and they multiplied. So I named that garden my prayer garden. And then this year, I named my garden Gratitude Garden. And in this garden, I'm only using seeds. Well, not only, because I bought a few seeds. And you have to excuse me. My back was hurting a little bit, so I got 2 pillows on my chair to cushion my back a little bit. But in this gratitude garden, I'm using seeds that I collected because I'm grateful to God for allowing me to grow food, let it go to seed, and then collect them. And then in this gratitude garden, I have seeds that people gave me. For example, I just told you about the seeds that Miss Auntie's Backyard Garden sent me. And Miss Kia sent me German chamomile seeds. And today in my video, I talked about seeds that At Home with Cherie sent me. And I call her the seed queen. And then somebody said this queen, the fairy. But I don't like that. I got another name for Cherie. Because I watch her other YouTube channel and she's a diva. So I'm going to call her the seed goddess. That's my new name for Cherie. The seed goddess. I think that's more appropriate. She's got a flair, a diva flair for fashion, and yeah, I like her style. So she sent me seeds. Every time she has a giveaway, she blesses our community with a lot of seeds. Stuff I haven't even heard of. And I'm growing a lot of that in my gratitude garden, as well as seeds that I froze for 5, 6 years and or more, and I took them out, and I'm germinating them. So every year I have a theme, but the emphasis on my theme is always on God and new gardeners. I'm gonna tell you something. I could buy a lot of fancy stuff to garden in, but I don't, because I want people to see that you can use what you got. You can use what you got. I didn't start any seeds in those 6-packs that I buy on sale, or the trays. I started everything in what I had, and peat pellets as well. Okay? And then when I potted up them, let me go get one for you. Let you see. Let me move this out the way before I trip. Let you see. Watch my video today, please. And you can also look at my seed starting mix, and you will see that I use the 2-cup method. Now you can put this up against my beautiful chocolate skin. Look at that long root. Can you see it, guys? But in the bottom of here is a little water. Can you see it? I don't want to drop it on my computer. So I put the water in here, and then let the roots just wick up what they want. Okay? And I put links inside the description box when I bought the cups. This is a 16 ounce. This is an 18 ounce. I don't water the plants from the top. This is dry. This is bone dry to keep fungus gnats from breeding here. So I just put the water in from here. And I can see this root needs to go back down very delicately in here. Okay? And so here's my pepper plant. Let me see if there's a comment or a question. I just wanted log in. I guess I just want to log in for a bit to support. Gotta get some sleep as I work midnights. Guava, everybody. Thank you for being here. Real fresh food. And you can catch the replay another time. And Auntie is telling everybody, this is how you put your questions in, or if you have a statement. And that was okay for the other lady, the one I just read. But Auntie is beautifully being one of the best moderators in these YouTube streets. Miss Debbie Epps named you all the LC Mod Squad. She's showing you how to put your questions in all caps with the question marks. And it's going to come up real soon. And Dale, thank you. Showing everybody, I think this is the video showing you could plant in whatever you have. So yeah, I mean, I'm not middle income or anything like that. I live on a retirement income and I make a little extra money. But I'm just saying, if I wanted to, I could buy a lot of fancy little pots and stuff. But my life, I know I have a purpose. Surviving breast cancer for 30 years, I know God has a reason for me to still be here. Okay? So I live every day and I walk in my purpose. The steps that he wants me to do. And he wants me to show other people that you don't have to have a lot of money to have a garden. Okay? So that's why I use what I have for teaching. There's going to come a time when I would just put on my little hat and walk around with my cane when I get about 80 and just have everything all beautiful. But right now, that is not the season that I'm in right now. I'm in my teaching season. So I can reap later on. Some of you are going to get that a little bit later. Robbie Allen Duncan is speaking to everybody. Absolutely, you need seed, soil, and water. Amen. That's right, Cherie. Seed, soil, and water. Okay, so that leads me to who I'm going to shout out today. And they're probably not in here. But I watched his video yesterday. It's a male. And I was almost shouting when the brother was just talking. And by me saying this, you probably already gonna know who it is. Because he talks so well about the facts, about how people feed their plants and not their soil. I tell people all the time, if I buy let's pretend I bought this as a start, which you all know I grew this from seed. If I buy a start, I don't know what's in the potting mix when I get it, right? And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money on organic potting mix for it as much as I have to, that I do grow by seed, that I choose to grow by seed. So I know it may be a little chemical fertilizer in here. I try to pick the ones that I trust the most, that say that they don't have a lot of chemicals in it. But from that point on, everything else that I use in my garden is organic. And I used to be in a lot of Facebook groups, but I got out a lot of them, and I'm going to tell you why. And you probably heard me say this a while if you like Angela Busy Bee's Garden or Best Yet Journey. You've been with me for a while. You probably heard me say, I'm just so sick and tired of people asking me what fertilizer I use. And one day God spoke to my spirit. I didn't hear no voice. It's a thought process. That's how he speaks to me. He said, well, you need to show people what you use. So I started making videos showing you the comfrey, the Russian blocking 14. I show you how I chop and drop it. I show you how I scatter it and grow it all around the food forest. I showed you how I made the tea, the fermented tea, and how I diluted and put it on my seedlings in March after I moved them to the greenhouse. I'm pointing over here because my greenhouse is in that position. And I used to be a fertilizer buying junkie. I would be in all those Facebook groups and whatever they said, Miracle Grow, Super Grow, Little Grow, Big Grow, I would buy it. Thinking that that was going to make me have super nice fruit. But I'm going to tell you, it took me a while to figure it out. And see, if you go on in my repertoire, my book of videos, you will see, 2015 is gone, most of them, but 2016, my garden was named Cheryl's Taste of Heaven Backyard Garden. I was using Miracle Grow. Y'all didn't hear me. I was using Miracle Grows, Dave's Miracle Grow, anybody's Miracle Grow. It wasn't until I got a compost bin and started composting and started growing the comfrey after a lot of fruit trees died because I kept putting nitrogen in the plant and not in the soil. See, every time your plant gets yellow, first thing we do, we think we got to put nitrogen on it. Yeah, you feed your plant, but you got it hooked on it. So you are mentally a junkie, product junkie, a fertilizer junkie, and then your plants are the same way. And as soon as you don't give them some, they start leaning over like that. And you're like, dang, I just watered them. It ain't that hot out here. And I just started researching. And I started looking up organic gardening. And I ran across a lot of people, and I'm not going to name names but I started buying a lot of books. And then I bought composter. And I was shredding up paper and veggies and then weeds and plants that died. And then I started putting that compost around my plants in a little hole I would dig when I put my transplants in. I think I was still buying a lot of transplants then too. Yeah, because I was still working. And then I noticed, dang, this stuff is good. It's growing so fast and it's looking good and it's got a beautiful green color. And I started reading more, and they said you don't need to give, when you organically growing something, you don't need to give it any fertilizer at all if it's in your potting mix. So I don't give my plants fertilizer. I wait till I move them to the greenhouse the last week in February. I'll start bringing a little bit out every day, and then I fertilize them with the comfrey tea. But right now, it's got to thaw out. Because it's in big old garbage cans with tops on them that was frozen solid. But I'm sure it's growing out, thawing out now because it was over 50 degrees today. So yes. So I started, somebody said I started with Miracle Grow. Yeah, I mean, come on now. Come on now. I mean, everybody gonna admit it. You just think you see somebody with a pretty plant and you just monkey see, monkey do. I'm not calling nobody no monkey. I'm just saying we like robots. Copy and paste. We just do what we think we need to do. And so I took a lot of flack, but I'm not getting into it, for saying that I don't put a lot of nitrogen in my product, but I weathered the storm and I didn't react negatively. I just held my head up high and still kept saying what I believe, how I killed all my fruit trees, because I kept reading how they got sun blight and it said too much nitrogen. I said, okay, I know what I did. And I stopped. And to this day, I only have one of those trees. There was about 11 of them that died. Yeah, I killed a lot of fruit trees. I tell people that all the time. I killed a lot of fruit trees. I kill them now, but I don't kill them anymore. Okay. But anyway, so I started doing the compost tea. I started doing comfrey tea. I do weed tea. When the landscaper do my front yard in the back of my privacy fence, I keep those grass clippings as long as it's not in the spring of the year when it's putting out those little grass seeds. And then I feed my soil what I depleted my soil. I don't feed the plants anymore. And so this brother that I'm getting ready to shout out, and I'm going to ask everybody go and check out Dan's Permaculture Food Forest. And I would like for my moderators to look up his URL and put it in the chat. Because he had me doing the happy dance when he talked about feeding your soil and not your plant, and you won't need to buy fertilizers. This is my purpose of sending everybody the comfrey. Some free, some people bought it. Some people end up sending me a little money for the shipping because the post office went up twice. But you are going to see. You might not see it right away, but in a couple of years, when you keep composting and you keep using your comfrey, it's very few nutrients you're going to need. I'm going to tell you the two that I have. Calcium, which is garden lime, because I don't eat enough eggs to have the eggshells to decompose in my compost. And chelated iron, because I was following this organic gardener, and I'm not going to call his name out, but he was saying a lot of times when you see yellowing leaves on your fruit trees, you automatically give them nitrogen, but what you need is chelated iron. And so I bought it off of Amazon. And so when I see some leaves getting a little yellow, I give them a little bit of diluted solution of chelated iron, and a week later, it bounces back and they're green. And I do buy worm castings, and I have bought azomite rock dust, but not in a long time. And I used to buy mycorrhizal fungi, but you all know I have wood chips everywhere, so I just go dig some up in the wood chips and put them in the garden bed, so I don't buy that anymore. So right now, I'm just coasting. I'm just cruising. All I use is comfrey. And like I said, those other few little products when needed. Then I have humongous sweet potatoes, peppers, tomatoes, and I don't spend a lot of money. Okay. Hey, Carson World, good to see you here too. Okay, so everybody, check out that last video, especially the Dan Permaculture Food Forest. When you go over there, and thank you, Auntie's Backyard. When you go over there, please let them know that I sent you over there. People like to know. I was watching somebody today, and they were saying about they had reached a milestone, and they noticed when certain people shout them out, they get more traction and more new subscribers. So let them know that I sent you. Okay? I appreciate that. I bring up his name from time to time when I made that video about topping peppers. I'm doing wood chips in my food forest. Joyce Moore. Very good. Where's my bell? Okay, my bell is out of sight right now. I usually ring when somebody has been with us for 5 months. Thank you, Joyce L. Moore. And so, yeah. So I brought him up about a month or so ago because what was he talking about? Oh, no. I was making a video. No, it wasn't a couple months ago. It was not too long ago. I was making a video about topping peppers and how I get the peppers to get bushier instead of tall and lanky. And I said when I had my emergency garden almost 3 years ago, I think it'd be 3 years in March, I had made a video and I said, I don't think I'm going to top these. I'm going to try to hurry up and get these peppers out as quick as I can to make more peppers for to give away. And he said, no, Lady Cheryl, you the one taught me how to top peppers, and you're going to get more peppers if you top them. And I admired him for telling me that. And so I brought that up. And all's that homestead. Oh, here's my bell, guys. Well, you believe it's right in front of me, but it had my nighttime tea that I take. The same metal color. I didn't see it. So that's for all's that homesteader as well as Joyce L. Moore. Yeah. And Ession Family Garden is in the house. I see somebody speaking to him. And I see the Naked Gardeners are in the house. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you all very, very much. Okay, so now let me go look at my notes. And let's talk about the topic of the day. Moderators, did I finish that segment? You all know how my mind wanders, so. Oh, okay, this is one I need to do. Okay, let me pull this up. How many of you are plant things for pollinators? I do. And the monarch butterfly is becoming extinct in some areas. And I got an email. I'm getting ready to give it to you in just a minute. An email, and I'm going to show you how you can get some free seeds for milkweed to promote, monarch butterflies coming into your property. Okay, so where is it? Free milkweed seeds. That's what I labeled it. So I need a copy and paste. Let me copy this. I hope it goes straight in paragraph form. Yes. I'm sending it now. I'm going to copy and paste it twice. All you have to do is send a self-addressed envelope to 2022 Seed Campaign, and there's a post office box, and it's in Georgia. And you put in the envelope a piece of paper, your zone, or they'll look it up from your zip code with your self-addressed envelope, and they will send you milkweed seeds that are compatible for your area. Now, check this out. They will also give you more seeds If you send a donation, they will send you 40 or more seeds per dollar that you send. So I guess it's going to be check or money order, or you all can do some Googling for yourself. Let me see if I can find the email, because I was real busy doing orders and I didn't get a chance to do all the research that I wanted. I didn't get an email. I think I got it in my Facebook group. Okay, but what I just told you, $1 for every extra 40 seeds that you want. Go ahead on and send it. Are there any questions? Let me go back to Blessings from the Garden. That's a great deal. To get 15 seeds free for just a stamp, that's cool too. You know? So I just wanted to make sure that I share that with you. Let me go back to my notes, because I have some other stuff I want to talk with you today. Anything that I hear that I think would be beneficial to my subscribers, my YouTube community, I want to tell you about. Now, this lady, she calls me her auntie, Homestead Heart. She has her own seed store. And I ordered some seeds from her, and I consider that to be okay for my gratitude garden, because I'm helping another fellow YouTuber, a homesteader, and her website is, let me see, I think it says A Homestead Heart, because I added her. You all can go to her site. I think it's A Homestead Heart, or you can go to her YouTube channel. Somebody will put the link up, one of my moderators. And be sure when you order those seeds from her, or if you go to her YouTube channel, let her know that I sent you, just like I sent you to Dan. Let them know. Okay? Oh, no, he didn't. Rob from Ession Family Garden saying, Buenos dias, Irene, speaking Spanish to her. Look like he writing it right, too. So, Auntie got it down, guys. If you want 15 free milkweed seeds to support the monarch butterfly, send it to this post office box. And you all can Google this to make sure that it's legit. I didn't have a chance, but I can't see somebody sending you, getting your address and no other information from you. I wouldn't send them a check, though. And Aunt Tia has put up Homestead Hearts YouTube channel, and you can look down there in the description box. As soon as she said our seed store was open, I went to bam and ordered me some seeds. Most of the seeds that they're selling, or I should say, some of the seeds that they're selling are seeds that they have collected from, when their plants go to seed. And some of them, they get seeds in large quantities. They have a lot of acreage. And these are seeds that are tested and they have used them before. So let's support that business. I'm all about supporting minority businesses. All of the above, Eunice Smith got a ton of her seeds last week. Thanks for sharing that with us. Okay. Let me get my notes out here. And give you your planting reminders for February. Now, this is for zone 8A and above. If you're borderline, I would recommend that you check out the Farmer's Almanac if you're 7 on down, to make sure that you can plant these. But right now, we can start artichoke. And you can plant them out in 4 to 6 weeks. asparagus crowns. It's going to take you 2 years to harvest your asparagus crowns. I have mine in a half whiskey barrel. This will be the second year, so I'm expecting to harvest them. I got the crowns from Stark Brothers. You can start your beet seeds outside right now. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, celery, and that's not celery, it's celery lac. It's kind of like celery. It's more leafy. Chives, collards, coriander, corn salad, and some people call it machi. You can start your cucumbers inside or under a cover, a roll cover. Eggplant, which I did, endive, garlic, which I have growing all year round, kohlrabi, leeks, lemon balm, lettuce, which I have, mizuna, mustard greens, onions, oregano, parsnip, peas, potatoes. February, we plant potatoes in Zone 8A. I don't grow potatoes anymore. Radish, rhubarb, rosemary, savory. I grew savory one time. What did I grow it with? Sweet potatoes. It didn't do anything for me. But I probably did something wrong. Spinach, I'm growing that. Strawberries, growing that. Thyme, growing that. Tomatoes, turnips, yams. And it's called yam/oka. O-K-A, not okra. Now, but I am starting okra early because I have the ability to put it in the greenhouse. So there are all exceptions. There are a lot of types of exception to these rules. Okay? For example, eggplant is a hot weather crop, but I'm starting it now because it grows real slow. Okra grows relatively fast, but the weather will get so hot, so quick in Zone 8A, Mesquite, Texas. In June, it's 90, sometimes 100 degrees. Your tomatoes don't flower anymore. Some people will nurse them and hang on to them for cooler weather, but I don't. I either clone some or I start over. But it's up to you. I like to grow a different tomato in the wintertime than I grow in the spring and start in the house. Okay. So that is my topic for today. And I went over a little bit. Anybody that orders something around the 2nd of February, your orders went out today, or the rest of them will go out tomorrow. Because of the storm, I sent a lot of email let you know I couldn't send it to you. And anybody that ordered anything today, which is the 7th, your orders will go out on Wednesday. Okay. When you had your Facebook page, you gave a link to a company that sends all that you can plant in your zone. Sorry, I don't know the email address offhand. Farmer's Almanac, you can find out there. Dave's Garden, a website will tell you what you can plant in your zone. And I think they get it from Farmer's Almanac. Ison Brothers Ison's Nursery and Stark Brothers. They have a lot in there, a lot of different plants that you can, because they don't even send them to you till it's time for you to grow them. At least they used to wouldn't send them to you, but times have changed a little bit. But I did order and I said I wasn't going to order anything this year as far as fruit trees, but they had a nice tree that I've been looking for a while, waiting for it to go on sale. And it really didn't go on sale, and I'll just tell you real quick, it was called the Pink Lady. It's a pink apple in the inside, and I got a semi-dwarf tree. I don't need any more apple trees, but I want that particular apple. And they had, in honor of February 2nd, 2022, $2.22 shipping. So I went ahead and treated myself and ordered that. Thank you, Hudson, for putting the almanac in there. And somebody all above Eunice Smith saying she can't get the perks link to work. Let me see if I have it. No, I don't. If you are on your PC, you can click that, excuse me, that dollar sign if you're on your PC. And the third box is membership. On your phone, you have to click on the link. I'm clicking on the link that Hudson put up, Growing with Hudson. Mine's not loading up either. And at home with Cherie saying she's pretty sure you have to be on your PC to join. Yeah, that sounds about right at home with Cherie because I'm clicking on that link and it's not loading. Just keep spinning. Well, yeah, the page is blank. But I've seen some people join, but they must be on their PC. Bob Bromley says she got the pink lady apple tree. She purchased it last spring. Where'd you get yours from, Barb? It's coming bare root, so I know it's going to be about 3 years before I get any fruit. But Lisa, my daughter, Elisa's daughter, Bria, asked me to grow that tree because I had bought some organic pink lady apples from either Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, and she really liked it. And she was having virtual school here with me, and her teacher, Miss Ramsey, she told her about it, and Miss Ramsey said she had that tree. I'll never forget that lady's name. And just come back to Lady Cheryl's channel after the live, get on your PC, and go to her homepage, and you will see the join button. Thank you, Cherie. And then after you join, and anybody that joins, if you're watching the replay tomorrow or the next day, be sure to send me an email that says you joined whatever perk club, and I'll check it out. And then I need your email address so I can send you information. When we have Zoom classes, I send you the codes and that type of thing. Okay, Eagle Lover in Texas said, after watching your video the other day, I received the lanterns and thermometers you used in your greenhouse. All right. Boy, that makes me feel really good because it's a good feeling, guys, to go through that. And my sons especially. Mama, do you need anything? Do you got to move anything in the house? Can I bring you anything? I said, no, son, I got it all under control. It's a good feeling because, you know, they're probably a little overprotective of me because since their father died, you know, they stepped into their father's shoes and check on their mother. And right now, it's 71 degrees where I'm sitting right now. It's 55 degrees at the front of the greenhouse, and the back of the greenhouse is 58 degrees. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's a good feeling. I have one of these by my bed, my nightstand. And I wake up in the middle of the night, just look over there and go, oh, okay. It's hanging on. 45, 47. Okay, cool. You know, it's a good feeling. I did a video a few weeks ago when the temperature dropped down, excuse me, to 19, I think it was, before this last ice storm. And it was 36 in the greenhouse. I just went in there with a heater because I knew one of them went out. Okay, so she was able to join. And Miss B. Washington joined. Let's welcome them. Now, I was going over my records, And I noticed that the class that people miss the most of in the make your own products was the candle class. So that'll be the first class that I will list tomorrow. And it will be February the 20th. So if you want to go to that class and you are in the make your own products, now this is going to be different from the last question and answer class. I will be making candles right before your eyes, tell you step by step, everywhere I get everything that I need. I just don't give you my formula for, for the essential oils. Now, anybody that wants to sign up, that class I charge $50 for. It's free for anybody that pay the $9.99 a month. Okay? And then the next class for the pressure canning will be the 27th. And you all know I go to class on that same day. So we have to start on time. You have to be ready. Nobody is observing but me in the pressure canning. You have to be ready to rock and roll. And so you just send me an email. Tell me you want to come. I'll send you the code for the Zoom. I'll send you a list of everything that you have to have. I'll recommend a couple videos of mine that you can watch. I also recommend that you watch Homestead Hearts videos. And I coach you through the process and keep you calm. That is my gift. Being an educator for all these years in cosmetology, teaching adults, it's my gift to keep you calm. There are people in this chat that have taken my class, and I want them to say something right now. Now is the time. If you've taken any of my classes, if you want to, now is the time. Hey, Catherine's Garden, thank you for being here. So I give a thorough list of what you have to have. And then while it's somebody composing there what they want to say, if they want to, I give you step-by-step instruction as you're going. And I need to know what type of stove you have, if it's gas or electric, what type of canner you have. And I can tell you about how long it'll take you for your pressure to build up, because I keep thorough notes. Somebody gifted me this, and I'm really having fun with this too. Writing down what I do every day. You all, I'm not going to say who it is. You all know. You in the chat, you know it. I just want you to know that I appreciate it. And I date and time and whatever I'm doing so I can go back to it. Okay. Here's Aunt Tia. No, I'm going to go back up a little further. Lady Cheryl is a phenomenal teacher. Thank you. I learned to pressure can with her. Love it. Brenda Allen. Lady Cheryl taught me on a conference call. Yes! Oh, Brenda, yeah. I remember those conference calls. And I think Best Yet Journey was on there. I had to tell her to be quiet, to zip it. I can say that because Best Yet know I love her, and she would not be embarrassed, because she has an outgoing personality just like me, and sometimes we put our foot in our mouth. And so she would just ask questions before we get to the part, and I would tell, lady, if you don't stop, let me get there. Cherie says she literally watches you and corrects you gently as you go. I added gently. Aunt Tia's Backyard Garden said it's a confidence builder with the pressure canning. Miss Kia Parks, I took the class and Lady Cheryl guides you through the entire process. It makes it so easy. Somebody said, I just received a mulberry plant from Amazon. It came in a 3-inch pot. I set it in the window. Are there any special nutrients? I'm not laughing at you, honey. I'm just laughing because they sent you a 3-inch pot. Need to be concerned about in regards to growing berries? Tuck beet, that's too much for me to answer in one night. That's something you're going to Google. And you can ask that question to the person you got the mulberry plant from. If it came in a pot, that means it has soil. You're going to need a grow light. But mulberries basically can go outside. But I would suggest you contact the grower. But that's a little bit too much to go into right now. Miss Granny's Garden took the water bath candy through Zoom. Debbie is a proud member of the Make Your Own Club. She left the classes with the confidence she needs to make her own natural products. This is what I love. I love this. Andre Lucas says she always enjoyed the classes, great information. And you can ask me anything. You can ask me anything. I'm here to help because I'm not going to be able to make these products much longer. And I shouldn't say much longer. My daughter asked me the other day. I'm sorry, guys. She gave me 2 desks. There's one that this ring light is and the camera is on, and then there's one behind this screen. She's really tried to help me. Because she came in the house and there's no dining room anymore. It's an office. So she gave me 2 tests and she said, how long are you going to be doing this? And I think you probably know why. Because everything used to have its specific place. And I like the real tidy house. But there's a lot of stuff in here now. So she told me I got to 70. And that they were adding on to their home. And they're going to do me a mother-in-law suite. And I need to pick and choose what trees I'm going to take with me because I'm not going to be able to take that many. I said, Guys, I live in a 1-story ranch house. There are no steps. I don't need no... If I had to be on a walker or a wheelchair, I still could get around in here. So I'm going to stay here as long as I can. Okay. But that was just too funny. Okay. All right. Creative Homestead has to go. I understand. All right, guys. Yeah, my kids, man, I say kids, guys, but they are 43, 40, 37. They're like 3 years apart. My daughter may not be 43, and she looks young for her age, too. So if she watches this video, she's like, I am not 43. I am 41 and a half, or whatever she is. I don't remember their ages. But anyway, they love to try to tell me what I'm going to do. Somebody said, hi, Mitchie, just moved into a new home, and I want to know the best way to prep my soil for a new garden. I think the previous owner had a dog and absolutely no nutrients in the ground. So I think you're talking to someone else. If you have a question for me, you're going to put those big question marks and do all caps. But you address somebody's name. Oh, you might be saying, hi, Miss Cheryl. M-I-C-H-L. Okay, shorthand. Okay, I have a soil test. I think it costs $12.99. You can get it at Amazon. It'll tell you the pH of your soil. I never did do a video on it. I got busy. It tells you the pH of your soil. It'll tell you how much nitrogen is in your soil or what deficiencies that you have, NPK. Okay? So I suggest, or you can go to your extension office in the county that you live, and some of them, or you can call, or you can get online, and they have little kits that they will send out to you, and that you send a sample in. Check and see how much it costs if they charge. Okay? But I just bought a test because I used to work in a chemical manufacturer. We make products, so I'm very familiar with the pH and all of that stuff of products, and soil is the same thing. Okay, but next time, put it all caps, sweetie, so I can get you your question. Okay, I would like to come to the pressure canning class. That's with Gina Tyson. That means you will please check if you got my payment, please. Regina, I see a logo by your name, the black and white logo. That means that you paid. You wouldn't get that logo unless you're a member. But to make you feel safe, I will go and check and make sure that you're in the right group. Because you have to be in the Eat Your Own, which is the preservation club. And let me go to monetization. Memberships. I'll just check real quick with you. And now I gotta remember your name again. What was it? What was it? What was the name? What was the name, guys? Let me go back to the chat and see what the name was again. It's populating. Regina Tyson. Regina Tyson. Okay, let me go look you up. I'm sure you're there, but I just got to make sure what group you're in. Regina Tyson. Regina Tyson. Yes, yes, you're in the top tier. You can go to both classes, Regina. All you do is email me and say, send me the codes for the pressure canning class, if that's the one you want to attend, and the product class, and you'll get it by Wednesday. Because I'll generate all of those codes on Zoom. Okay. Thank you for checking that out. Blessings from the garden. Okay, let's see if we have any more questions. Good night, Carson World. Have a great week growing with Hudson. Leaving a legacy. Yes, Miss Catherine, the best years of my life. I saw a cartoon character of a man watering his tree, and the little boy was saying, Dad, why are you planting these fruit trees or something? He said, they'll be here for your children's children or something like that. And then they showed another caption. The little boy is all grown up, and he's watering the tree, and he looks up and he says, thanks, Dad. So this legacy that Miss Catherine so eloquently stated, I'm hoping that my grandchildren will live in this home and while they go to college and take care of the trees, because they all know about gardening. They know more than some grown-ups do. I'm telling you. And that's how I fell in love with gardening, helping my grandparents when I was their age. Do you still have comfort for sale? Yes, I can send you 2 comfrey. I started on a pot. I started on some that I was doing for myself, but I can do more. Yeah, Blessed Queen, you need to get my Cash App from here. If anybody will put it up real quick, send me $20 and I'll get it into the mail to you. And I need a mailing address when you email me. Regina Tyson, the $9.90 pay. Yes, I got it. The question mark. I just verified that for you. Okay. At home with Sharisa. Yes, that would be beautiful. Yeah, they could turn this into like a rental property or bed and breakfast. I hope my children would do that. And grandchildren. Good night, Miss Ellen. I know you gotta go. Rest well. So, Tia put my Cash App up. Thank you. And that young lady wanted to know, Blessed Queen, take that Cash App, send the $20, and then email me. Take my email address. It's in here. I publish all of my lives. I don't, not publish them. And you can email me. If it's not up here, you can find my email in any of my videos. Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to say good night to everybody. Good night, Lavender for Luck. Good night, Aunt Tia. Good night, Stacy from Hands in the Dirt. Good night, Yankee Sister. Good night, Regina Tyson. Good night, Blessed Queen. Good night, Suzanne Mukes. Good night, Osnet Homesteader. Good night, Lorraine T. Eat your own preservation class. I see that up there, but I don't know if you want to attend. If you want to attend, email me. But you have to join one of the groups, or you pay $30 for a preservation class or $50 for product making. Now, that product making class that's going to be on the 20th, like I said, I would do a live demonstration and share everything that I know. Okay. I think I spoke to everybody that's still in here. Goodbye. Good night, Cherie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Cherie. J. Newly Natural, have a good evening. Callie Homesteading, Steader, and Pooh Bear. Thank you all. Thank you all very, very much.